My name is Bruce Outridge. Welcome to another episode of Inspiring Youth. This is the show where we showcase ambitious youth and the community partners that work with them. And today we are going to talk with a couple of musicians who have adapted during the pandemic to take their music and their writing models of how they write that music and perform online in the pandemic, and it's creating some amazing collaborations for new musicians. So we're going to talk with Paige Rutledge, who is a country singer-songwriter, has done some amazing work in the field, has some beautiful songs out. And we're going to talk with Lucas Redwood, and you've probably seen Lucas here before. Lucas has been on this show a couple of times before, is an amazing drummer in the Burlington area, and is creating a model of online events and helping other performers engineer their work. And it's all started with the pandemic, but that urge to keep playing. So let's go to those interviews with Paige and Lucas and find out all about how they've done this incredible. Bring my creativity up to the top. So we're going to start off today. We're going to talk about young music. We're going to talk about your careers, and we're also going to talk about kind of how you guys are moving, I guess, to online or doing a lot of stuff online. So Paige, I'm going to start with you. Okay. If you don't mind.
Of course.
All right. So Paige, I have seen you. I don't know if you've seen me, but I've seen you. I've seen you online on Facebook with Rob's events. I've listened to your music. I think I've seen you probably 2 or 3 times and didn't really know who you were, and I'm not sure if you even saw me. So it doesn't matter. This isn't about me. It's about you. So tell us how you got started in music. Like you started really young. You are really young, and you've got a fabulous career from what I was reading. So tell me how you got started in the business.
Yeah, so music has always been, let me go back a little bit. So I always loved country music specifically. So growing up, I spent a lot of time with my grandparents. Both of my parents are in sports, like in figure skating and hockey. So a lot of my time was either spent in an arena growing up, and I did figure skate and was always around hockey. But then when I wasn't at the arena, I was at my grandparents because my parents would be at work. And we played country music. Love to sing, and when I was little, the only person that would make me stop, Shania Twain. My parents would put on Shania Twain and I would stop crying. So I've always just kind of had this passion and just, I don't know, sense of ease when it comes to music. And I asked for a karaoke machine, I think when I was 4 or 5, and I used to put on for parents around the house, anybody that came over. But I didn't get into wanting to do music. I didn't take any music lessons until I was a little bit older because I just wasn't necessarily interested in that side of it. I just loved to sing. But when I was 9, 10 area, it's kind of sad, but my grandpa, who I spent all my time listening to country music with, got really sick. And he said to me that when I came over, he was like, if you sing to me, I'll feel better. And so being a 9-year-old kid, I was like, yeah, of course I'll sing to you, not really knowing what was going on. So he actually ended up passing away in December of 2007. And I guess there was a little bit of a silver lining in this, because I sang at the funeral, told my dad I was going to sing, and he's like, okay, sure, we'll see what happens. And so stood up there, sang a song. And then it was honestly in that moment that I was like, I want to do this forever. So I finished singing after, we went through that time, and I was like, Mom, Dad, I want to do singing lessons. So I'm like, I want to be a singer. I want to do this. I want to go. I had seen Shania Twain in concert at that point, and I was like, I want to be Shania Twain when I grow up. So that's how I got into music. So I started taking.
Weren't you writing a song not too long ago? Because you were with Michael Shotton. I thought did you have it, or is it not out yet? I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know. Is it still in the process?
Yeah. So I did actually. Yeah, that was a really awesome opportunity to work with. That was that's one of my songs. And I'm not quite sure as to the process. I've been thinking a lot about that and talking with Mike about the process for sort of releasing that. I was initially hoping to release it last summer and go into the studio and finish all that stuff, but things got put on hold, and I'm sort of trying to he gave me some good advice, which was to sort of figure out a good plan for how, when you're doing releases, and there's so much work when you put into a release, and you want to make sure when you do a release, you put it with a whole, almost like a campaign or with a release. So knowing that there's there's a bunch of steps involved with the release of music, not just the which I learned from Mike. There's a lot of steps involved with putting out a release. So
yeah, well, I can't hear yet, but it's been a year you've been working together and you never met.
Yeah, so the project, we've done multiple different projects, but it's been in different capacities, sort of but the main thing that we've been doing is sort of what it's called. I like to call it, it's like a collaborative video. So I don't know if you've seen those, like, split screen. It's kind of a cool thing. And so what we've been doing is basically collaborating online through each person doing their own separate parts, and then they come together and are edited and put together. And we've done that for a number of events across 2020 and now into 2021.
Okay, so the end result is a song, but the four of you, or however many people are, is there more than you guys playing?
Right now, it's pop slow dancing with a beach blonde tramp. You should probably get frisky.
All right, so that's been another episode of Inspiring Youth. Thanks again for watching. These two performers are very talented, and I know that they will go far in their career. And they are coming up with some new models of doing things, which is going to take all of us, our lives into new pastures. So we appreciate you watching. Thanks again. Hope you're enjoying the show, and look forward to seeing you again on your TV.